Okay, boys, can you guys hear me?
Best music.
I love music.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, you're loud and
Okay.
clear. Just waiting for this intro to go through.
Oh, no.
In your face, all over the place.
We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Five, four, three, two, one. We have ignition. Strap in.
You're about to listen to
The hottest sounds.
It's the hottest mixtape in the world, and you've got it.
Well, everybody, we have some special guests with me tonight. We have Anthony Beastmode back in the house along with Josh. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. What's up, everybody? Two special ed motherfuckers online today. How's it going?
We're doing great.
What's going on, y'all?
What's new with you guys? What have you been up to, Beast Mode, since you've been on Crazy Boy last?
Oh, man. Shoot. I think the last time I was on, actually, I was in Tennessee at my studio and at Damn It Boy Entertainment. And since then, a lot of stuff has happened. We've had a few shows since then. We've made a lot of new music since then. I'm currently getting ready to finalize and wrap up the final projects for my upcoming album, Mark of the Beast. I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I'm country rap's bad guy, so it's exciting.
Yeah, you. How did that song? I know you dropped that song there with Ryan Upchurch, and you've been, playing around with some new songs. And actually, on your live, you had played a new song that I do know. My other DJ, DJ Chaser, he kind of went onto your profile and he stole a clip of that when you were doing it live. When did you come up with your new song, My Pain?
My Pain is actually going to be on the upcoming album. And I came up with that. Me and Josh were down in Tennessee. For anybody that's tuned in right now doesn't know who I'm talking about when I say Josh, that's he's also known as Backwood Tippy.
Yeah.
Josh is like my business partner. He does a lot of like my management stuff. He's also like my brother from another mother. He's a fellow artist as well. He's done music himself. And come next year, we've got actually some hidden plans that we're going to be dropping on everybody come next year. But anyway, so Josh is my he's my right hand guy. And we were down at Damn It Boy Entertainment, and we were in the studio, and, everybody comes together as a team, and they were showing me some new beats and stuff, and I sat down, and I was just kind of mulling over some lyrics and stuff, the different beats that they were throwing on for me, and whenever I was down there with Josh, we ended up coming up with that song, I think literally that and like 6 or 7 other tracks within like 4 days.
Wow, amazing.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, and Josh, I know he's always, like, if people are always wondering, like you said, Josh Marino is always along beside Beast Mode, and these guys are just, like, the ultimate power. Like, you guys are amazing, the work that you guys do together. I know that recently, I know some of your fans know. I know I follow you. I'm a daily follower. #RebelFamily. I know that there's an online personality on Facebook, and his name is Adam Calhoun. And, oh, you guys knew I had to bring that up. So, I know that there was a little bit of beef kind of going on with you guys. So why don't you guys tell us a little bit about what that is about?
Look. So there's no beef going on with me because any beef that I have with anybody, I always just address it directly to them. So basically, this is what my interactions have been with Adam Calhoun, who's a YouTuber. He's a social media personality. But anyways, so my interactions with him have been this. He reached out. He literally went on my Facebook profile here. Josh, what do you think? Like 2 months ago, maybe?
Yeah, it was right after we had done that Indiana rave.
Yeah, so about two months ago or whatever, we just got done doing another show, and he reached out to me. Matter of fact, at the show, I met him personally at the show that I did, and he commended me on my performance, was like, man, you're like, one of the best performers I've ever seen. You're doing a great job. You're young. You're about it. You're a savage. You're going to be taking over the game. I'm really excited to see the moves that you make. That's exactly how you got to be. You can't take nobody's bullshit, and I can tell that you don't. You're really doing your thing, and you're going to make it far in this business. So I was like, all right, cool. I really like this guy a lot. He's got a pretty good following on social media. And since he's a YouTuber, he's got, a really good following on YouTube and stuff. So I was excited about it. I was like, that's really cool, man. I appreciate the compliments from him. He just recently started kind of doing music within the last, 6 months to a year or whatever it's been. And he's got like 4, I think, music videos out or whatever that he's done. And so I checked out some of his music, and there was one song that I kind of liked by him. And, when you've got somebody that's got that kind of a platform, it's always good to do business, and then whenever, they're over here complimenting you on your music, and they're complimenting you as an artist and stuff, that it makes you feel like, hey, man, like, this is really cool. It's going to be a good relationship with this person.
Right.
So he reached out to me. I was on Facebook Live, and I was interacting with fans and stuff like that on Facebook Live. I called them my Rebel family, but for this interview, I'll just, I'll comment and talk about them as fans. But anyways, I was on there, and I was talking to everybody, and he wanted to jump on live, out of nowhere, and that was cool. That was, I wasn't expecting that. And literally live, and it's still on my timeline. If you go back like 2 months ago, you'll see it. Live, he announced that he asked me on my, live, on my Facebook Live, if I'd be interested in being in his upcoming album. And I told him, yeah, I'm totally down with that. And he was like, I really like you. I think you're going to be taking, shit over, and I'd like to use my platform, you know what I'm saying, to really help artists like yourself grow even bigger than what you're already going to be growing as it is. And, if you'd be willing to jump on my upcoming album, I think it'd be awesome to have you. And I'll have you come out to Chicago, because he's from Chicago. He's like, I'll have you come out to Chicago. You'll go to the studio that I go to. It's the best studio in Chicago. And we'll record, a track together for the upcoming album. So I was like, all right, cool. Immediately after that, he hit me up personally in my inbox and sent me his number, and we kind of went back and forth a little bit here and there while he was on the road going on tour and stuff, and everything was all good. Literally everything was all good. Everything was cool. And I had just gotten back from being down in Tennessee, and I did that song Rowdy with Upchurch. I was excited about that. Then Adam Calhoun reaches out to me, on what I just told you. I was excited about that. So now I'm like, all right, this is cool. This is good stuff, man. I'm building up good, relationships with these guys that have, pretty big platforms. And then, literally, there was a guy that was signed to the same label as me, Big Paul, I'll just say his name. And he is affiliated with a guy that throws events, and I'm not even going to say that dude's name because I don't want to give him no fucking free publicity. But the guy is a promoter. This other guy's a promoter, and he throws these events, and the guy's just a fucking shiesty, snaky, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
just fake guy, and I can't stand people like that. And me and that guy had a bit of a falling out, and it is what it is. It was what it was. But I told my label mate, Big Poe, I looked at him like a brother. The guy's got a disability and stuff. I won't get into his personal life, but he's got a disability, and he's working on building up his career and his name as well. And I told him, I said, look, man, you don't got to put up with shit from promoters like what that guy's been doing. Because every time Big Poe would get done doing a show for this, snaky-ass promoter guy, he'd be like, man, the guy's been fucking me over. He hasn't been paying me the money I need to be paid, blah, blah, blah. So I got with Josh, a.k.a. Backwood Tippy, who's on the phone with us right now. I got with him. He's my business partner. I said, look, man, is there a way that we can get Poe on my upcoming Backwoods Rebel tour, and we can get him paid, and we can get him some shows? And, me and Josh crunched numbers. I went into my personal pocket. Josh went into his personal pocket. And we figured out a way to get Poe on the road with us for a few shows for this upcoming tour that I'm getting ready to go on and to make some money with us. And I told Poe right then and there, I said, look, if you want to still do shows with that guy, the other promoter guy who's a snake, who's not paying you right, that's completely up to you. I won't even hold it against you. It's cool. I just want to let you know that you can still go on the road with me. You can still make money on tour with me. It's all good.
Right.
So he's like, yeah, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. I appreciate it. Everything was good. Well, then that snake-ass promoter dude, for whatever reasons, and him and Poe going back and forth, Poe made a status online that was just kind of, taking some shots at me and talking some shit on me. And I won't even get into the specifics on that, but it was just bullshit. It's the kind of shit where, like, if you felt a certain way about me, you're signed to the same label as me, I consider you a brother.
Right.
Like, we don't have to take to social media, so you can simply bring it up to me directly. You know what I mean? Like, say, hey, you've got my number. You know what I mean? Like, you know how to get a hold of me. I'm putting money in your pocket. I'm helping you out with your music career and shit like that. Like, get a hold of me. Talk to me if you feel some kind of way to me, And he didn't do that. Instead, he took to social media, and, of course, he tagged that snake-ass promoter guy that I don't get along with, so I'm sure they conspired together to try to make some, foul-ass status about me. So whatever, that's the entertainment industry,
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that promoter guy is friends with Adam Calhoun. And they, all three of them, the snake-ass promoter dude, Adam Calhoun, and Big Poe, all got together and I guess have been plotting like some just snake-ass shit against me because, apparently me being real and them being fake as fuck is like a threat to them. So Adam Calhoun, who's also got my number, who could literally call me at any point in time, talk to me at any point in time, instead decided to go on stage at one of his recent events, or it wasn't even his event. He was just an opener at an Upchurch event. And Upchurch had nothing to do with any of this. I talked to Upchurch afterwards, and he was like, I've got nothing to do with any of that, bro. I'm friends with you. I got no issues with you. So shout out to Upchurch for keeping it real.
Yeah,
but anyways,
absolutely.
Adam Calhoun went live on stage in front of the sold-out show that Upchurch did. Upchurch, sold out this venue. Like 2,000 people. And Adam Calhoun went live on stage, and I got sent the Snapchat video of it. And he told 2,000 people, he said, y'all know Anthony Beastmode? He said, well, I'm going to end that motherfucker's career like I ended Hosier's. Who's another artist that Adam Calhoun was beefing with, I guess, had issues with. So whatever. So anyways, okay, whatever, who gives a fuck? Well, then, after the initial show, there was an after-party show. And he went ahead and he played this song that was like, just a fucking diss track against me. Like, the whole song talks shit on me. The whole time he makes some, like, weird gay innuendos about sucking dick and shit up in there. And something about, like, anal sex and all this weird homo shit, which if he's in the closet, that's on him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fault anybody for having, like, gay personal love feelings for me. But at the same time, like, don't make a whole song about it. That's just weird,
Yeah.
So, I never knew any of this shit about him. And then, the next morning after the show, I see that he, said that he was going to end my career in front of 2,000 people. And then I saw the song, that he performed in. And he went out of his way to make a whole entire song, record it and everything, talk shit on me. And, of course, that snake-ass promoter was there.
Right.
And Big Poe was there. And they're over here, they're singing right along with the song. They're bobbing their heads and all this and that. So it's like it's something that had been planned and plotted on for quite some time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And how long? I don't know. I have no idea. But what I do know is I'm a grown-ass man, and you're not going to make a song talking about, beating my ass or, like, talking about killing me and all this and that, and talking about all this, like, gay sex shit or whatever kind of weird fascinations or infatuations you have with me, and perform that shit live in front of people that are also my fans as well.
Yeah.
And then turn around and not come to me directly about it. You know what I mean? So, since he wouldn't answer my phone calls, because I tried to call him about it, he wouldn't answer my phone calls. He wouldn't respond back to me, messages or text messages or anything like that. So I made a status about it, and I called him out about it because that's fake as fuck. I'm a grown-ass man. If you got an issue with me as a grown-ass man, you bring it up to me. And, he didn't. And he still didn't. Even immediately after I did that, he still did not bring it up to me. And I mean, that's just kind of is what it is. I called him out about it, and then he got kind of butthurt about it, tried to make an 8-minute long video, posted it to his page, and tried to kind of backpedal, so to speak, and say, oh, I was just reaching out to Anthony, trying to help him with his career. Nobody talks shit live on a stage, says they're going to end somebody's career, And
Yeah,
then goes
no,
around
absolutely.
and makes a whole diss track about them, and their whole purpose is to try to help that artist further along. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just trash. That's bullshit. You're lying. You know what I mean? But whatever, people can believe what they want. And then that's pretty much all it is. Like, that's pretty
Right.
much all it was. You know, the guy, he keeps on asking me to make a diss track about him because, you know, it's the entertainment industry. So just like news media or something like that, any kind of controversy or drama or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, really helps push numbers, and that's all he's trying to do. He's got an album that's getting ready to drop, so of course he's going to want to have some kind of controversy with an artist around that.
Well, you know, seeing as maybe he looks up to you so much, do you think maybe, you know, with this whole MGK and Eminem thing going on, maybe he's trying
Exactly
to do...
what it is. Come on. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You
Exactly
see what I'm
you
saying,
fail
right,
to
brother?
understand is he's not Eminem or MGK. You know what I mean? Like, Eminem is an internationally, you know, famous artist who's been on, like, you know, legend status been compared with artists such as like Tupac Shakur,
Absolutely.
you know, Biggie Smalls, Jay-Z, you know, Kanye West, and all this and that. I mean, he's huge. You know, that guy could do a tour in Japan and sell out every single show. You know what I'm saying? Like, all Adam Calhoun is an American, and not even like a nationally, you know what I mean, like American, but he's just a guy from Chicago who's a YouTuber, and he's gotten a pretty good following on social media platforms, and he's trying to, you know, bridge over into music and do what he, you know, what's called country rap now. Calls himself country rap's gatekeeper. He's from Chicago, Illinois. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy is about as country as Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes zero fucking sense, you know, all that. But even that being said, like, obviously, if anybody pays attention to the current shift within, especially hip hop or rap, you know, with the MGK and the Eminem thing, and then all of a sudden here's this guy, you know what I mean, over here trying to take shots at me, and I'm an up and coming artist myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, that's exactly what it is. You know, he's just trying to kind of copycat that whole.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, let's make a diss track about a guy who's getting a pretty good buzz about him. But I mean, what he fails to acknowledge or even recognize is you've got 4 music videos on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are not Eminem.
No.
You know what I mean? So I don't know why you're gonna try to come at me like you're Eminem and I'm MGK, because it's corny as hell. You're from Chicago, my country rap's gatekeeper. Like, just chill the fuck out and be a YouTuber, like what you excel at.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Don't quit your day job is pretty much what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's just silly. Like, that's why I even came with the diss track to him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an artist. Like, I don't, any fame or notoriety that I have, any kind of small platform, big platform, whatever, like what I've got going on, I'm signed. I just recently signed, you know what I mean, to Damn It Boy Entertainment, and my platform is growing. But what I have, I've gotten strictly and solely through being an artist, doing music.
That's
you know what I mean?
right.
Like, that's how I've gotten where I've gotten is literally by doing music, not by, you know, making funny YouTube videos. And I'm not against anybody that does. I think, hey, look, I even liked a lot of his YouTube videos. I thought that they were funny as hell.
Yeah.
I'm not against somebody being a YouTuber or something like that, but what I am against is somebody who's new to the music industry, who's new to the music game, and I've been doing this shit for longer than they have music-wise. You know what I mean? Who's new to that music game, and then they want to turn around and they want to try to take shots at me and act like, you know, like they want me to respond to them. Like, this is what I do. You know what I mean? Like, music is what I do. I'm not out here, you know, working, as an example, working at a radio station and then turning around and, you know, walking across the street to a construction site, putting on a hard hat, you know, and swinging a hammer for 4 weeks and then challenging everybody that's at the construction site, like, hey, I'm going to build a house better than you. It's like, dude, simmer the fuck down. You might do great over in your area of expertise, but this is my area of expertise.
Well,
so why don't you just chill with all that super hype shit? If I make a track about you, all it's going to do is give you more attention off of your 4, you know, music videos you've got on YouTube. So, I mean, that's what it is. You can have a bigger social media following than me because you're a YouTuber, but music-wise, if I make a track about you, that's just trying to, it's like acknowledging you as an artist. And I don't want to acknowledge you as an artist. You're trying to come up just like I'm trying to come up. You just have a bigger following from YouTube because you're a YouTuber, you know?
Well, yeah.
So,
he's got to put
that's how I
in
look at it.
he's got to put in that time in the studio and make sure, you know, like it's really hard to kind of follow you and.
You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't even appreciate the song, and I can at least appreciate a good diss song. You know, Eminem and MGK going back and forth, at least both of those guys are good artists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're both good artists. You know, they both make good music and stuff. If if you make a song about me, I can't even be like, man, like, okay, shit, that's really good. You know, like, fuck, I might as well respond to this. If I don't even have that kind of urge inside of me, then I can't look at you like an artist. You know what I mean? Like, I don't look at you like an artist, but look at you like a YouTuber, dude.
Exactly.
You know, like, yeah, you've got a following, but your following is from YouTube. It's not, and from like funny videos. It's not from actual music.
Right.
So, either A, until you've established yourself as an artist, or B, until you make a song where I'm literally just like, I've got no other choice but to acknowledge that song and be like, holy shit, this guy actually came at me bars. You know what I mean? Like, he really killed that shit. And I'm not going to acknowledge it. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of silly to me. It's like a 12-year-old kid trying to fucking swing at me. What am I going to do, have a boxing match with him? You know? I mean, like, I'm not going to fucking box a 12-year-old kid. Like, get out of here, Junior. You know?
That's right. Get out of here, Junior. I like that. Well, so what are your guys' plans moving forward here, Josh? What do you guys got on the go? You guys got a show coming up? You guys got, tell us a little bit more about where your fans can get your merchandise, where they can see you.
Yeah, for sure. Coming up in October, at the end of October, we're going to be down in Florida. We got a Halloween-themed Redneck Mud Mayhem event. Two Steel Girls and Jelly Roll will be headlining with Anthony.
Nice.
We also got a lot of other good talent on that weekend. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be in a statue of Florida. It's going to be really, really fun.
Yeah, I'm excited about that for sure.
Great.
Yeah, and then we got a Backwoods Rebel Tour stop coming up in Sedalia, Missouri, November 3rd. Unfortunately, with this beef that's been going on, some of the promoters that we had been dealing with, they decided to go pick sides with that promoter that Anthony was talking about earlier, and for real, in my opinion, do some hoe shit and cancel the shows.
Oh no.
But that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, there was a couple of shows. I mean, it was only like what was it, Josh? 2 shows, I think, and then we had one show that we worked clock in, but promoter just was not on their business correctly. It was only 2 shows.
Yeah. It was 2 shows, but it was still it's kind of funny that all this stuff over us not wanting to do a show for $250.
Right. It just turned into something petty.
All this bullshit, dude.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. If this in the United States, like our standard rate, and we'll just be open with you, Kelly, because we love everybody over at Crazy Boy Radio, and it's not, hidden stuff. But our standard rate, whenever we hit the road, like I do no show for less than $2,500 plus whatever the travel fee is.
Right,
you know what
exactly,
I mean? So if it's like a show, as an example, in New York, then I get $2,500 to do the show plus whatever that travel fee is, for the mileage and then whatever the fuel cost is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's pretty much all it is. And then we got a rider, that includes like our hotel stay, but that's it. So, it's kind of like you can't. I mean, the whole situation with that other promoter, the reason why that other promoter, that snake ass promoter, don't get along is because the guy wanted to try to offer $250. I mean, I'm sorry, look. $2,500 plus travel and a rider is a whole lot big difference to $250. You know what I mean? So it's just silly that any other promoter would try to look at that and be like, hey man, we're gonna have to cancel the show because that other promoter, you should have worked it out with that other promoter. I mean, the other promoter, just is not being like literally like they're not making sense. Like who the fuck would do that?
Well, no, exactly.
You can't tell somebody who normally builds a house for $100,000 to turn around and build that house for $1,000. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to happen. Like, they're not going to be like, oh, okay, shit, let me go ahead and do that.
Well, it all boils down to your worth, right? So you never sell yourself short.
Well, and then what does that look like to any other, I've been touring for the last, 2-3 years. What does that look like to any other promoter that's booked me on any other show for $2,500?
Right.
Hey, by the way, all you guys all spent, like hard-earned money. All these other businesses, and I support every business I do a show at. You know what I mean? Like it's a partnership. I want the venues I do a show at to make their money, and then make money on top of that. I want the people that come to the show to have a good ass time. You know what I mean? All the fans that come out to have a good ass time, and I need everybody who works with me to get paid and have I want them to have a good time too. So what does that look like to any other person I've ever done business with that I've ever charged our standard rate? That I turn around and I say, hey, by the way, all you guys, had to pay that standard rate, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn around and we're going to accept $250 from this guy who's like, not even doing anything. Like there's nothing else. He just wants to pay $250 because he doesn't want to pay the full rate.
That's right.
And then, that not only does that make us look like fucking trash, but that makes us look like fucking bad businessmen because we charged all these other places $2,500 plus our standard fees on top of that. And then we turn around and we say, oh yeah, but all you guys, fuck you guys. You guys all have to pay that. And then this one guy over here, we're going to treat him special.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not going to treat that guy special. That's fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, you're either going to do business like what all these other businesses have done, or we're just going to keep it moving and so.
Absolutely. So.
Yeah, and that's all that was. It was literally a business decision.
Yeah, we weren't even mad at the guy. We thought it was funny, and we were like, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like,
right,
sorry,
yeah.
It's not going to happen. And we were keeping it moving forward, but then that guy got super butthurt about it and made a big old stink about it and, like, was, complaining and stuff. And he just turned into, like Joe said, just a big old hoe about everything and started crying about the shit.
Oh, well,
started trying to use his friends in the industry to go against us. But as far as merch goes, Kelly, I know you asked about that.
Absolutely.
We do have new merch available on AnthonyBeastmode.com.
Super simple. Just go to AnthonyBeastmode.com. All one word.
Right. And everybody, they can find you on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube.
You can find me on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, any of those, any music sites. Just look up Anthony Beast Mode. You can Google Anthony Beast Mode and you'll be able to find a lot of that. But any mainstream music sites you'll be able to find me on.
Wow, perfect. Well, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for having you on here. And, I'm going to go check out some of Josh's songs because I'm a little curious. And I think we're going to have you guys back on here on the show. And, is there anything you want to say to your fans?
What I'd like to say is everybody out there that's been rocking with us, that's been rocking with the Rebel Family Movement, the Team Beast Mode movement, I absolutely appreciate y'all. We are a family, and family sticks together, and it's been awesome to see it grow into something even bigger. Anybody who might not know who I am, definitely feel free to check me out. I think that most people might be pleasantly surprised and they're going to like the music. And you might like one song, you might like all my songs, but definitely go check me out. Just want to give a big old shout out to you, Kelly. I want to give a shout out to Crazy Boy Radio. You guys always do an awesome job. You guys are always very professional. You guys are always a good time to be able to talk to and go over things with. And big old shout out to Canada. I need y'all, listen, if you're in Canada right now, okay, and you're listening to me right now, get my American Backwoods Rebel ass to Canada.
Hell yeah.
In the backwoods of fucking Canada. And I keep having people hitting me up about doing a show. Do a show here, do a show there. Yo, get my tatted up white ass up to Canada and let's make it happen. We can have a good ass time.
I absolutely agree. We need to get you boys down here and we'll get our crazy on with you guys. Maybe go do a little mudding.
That's right. We'll fucking let that mud fly. We'll get tore up from the floor up, and it'll be a good ass time. But we love you guys. We appreciate you guys having us on.
Well, we love you guys, and we can't wait to have you guys back on. And Josh, I'm gonna definitely go and check out some of your music, and we're gonna be playing it here on Crazy Boy Radio. And up next, I believe we have some My Pain by Anthony Beast Mode here on Crazy Boy Radio.